If you have ever experienced the unfortunate reality that a guy has pulled away, it was because maybe you did something without even realizing what it was, and that caused him to lose the attraction for you. Most of the time, though, it's because the guy felt too much pressure in the relationship. The lady became too dependent on him. He couldn't achieve your needs. Maybe you were needy, the guy wanted his space to feel like he was not responsible for the happiness of the lady. So let's actually take a look at the ways that you can seduce a guy and make him yours without worrying that you're doing the wrong things. Like and subscribe and stay tuned. Have fun with him. By fun, I'm not talking about anything related to bedroom antics, but literally having fun. Now, of course, this will be different for everyone, and only you know this guy best. But let's say that you are both just discovering each other and you only have had a couple of dates together, or maybe you are yet to go on that very first initial date. Now, some fun things to do would be to watch the same Netflix series together so that you have something to talk about when you do see each other. You can share funny memes and videos with each other, go outside on a nature walk, a craft class, compete in a game of mini golf, whatever it is. But make sure that whatever you are doing is an activity that the both of you can enjoy. Flirt with him. Flirting is so incredibly important in relationships, and flirting needs to constantly happen. It's going to create those stomach butterflies and it keeps the passion burning. So banter, gentle teasing, and unique compliments are all great ways to flirt with a guy to keep the passion alight. Gaze into his eyes. There was a study once where men and women were brought together into an experiment of eye contact and the effects of intimacy. The guys and the ladies were asked to not say a word but to stare into the eyes of the other person for 2 minutes. And then after this test, the couples actually became attracted to their test partner. Crazy. It shows that direct eye contact is super intimate. It builds trust, connection, and obviously intimacy. So give this a try on the guy that you are thinking about right now. Stare into his eyes in a playful way until he looks away and keep repeating it so it builds that intimacy feeling. Have open body language. Unfold and uncross your arms and legs and point your torso towards him. If you want to look like you are friendly, then you need to face in his direction and make sure you look approachable. Remove any barriers in the way and make sure that he has a clean, easy route to walk on over to you. Now team this up with some flirty hair flicks like this and you will increase your desired effect. Touch him. Very subtle, but very powerful. Now, the more subtle the touch is, the more this will drive him wild. You can introduce small touches into any conversation that you have with him. For example, when you ask him a question, you could rest your hand on his shoulder like this, just for a couple of seconds and then remove it. You can squeeze his forearm or gently touch your leg with his leg if you guys are sitting together. Now, touches from someone that we are attracted to, it literally lights up our entire nervous system like a Christmas tree and we get all gooey and excited on the inside. When you touch him gently, wait to see how he responds. If he replicates these touches, it's a sign he's flirting with you. However, if he becomes cold or distant or adds a physical barrier between you both, it's a sign he's not interested. Wear flattering clothes. Only you know your best asset, so make sure that when you are around him, you wear something that you can show off. It could be a tight dress for your figure, it could be a backless top or a short skirt because you have amazing legs. You don't want to look easy and trashy though, just subtly enhancing what you have whilst you are remaining classy about it. This will capture his attention, and this teamed up with some playful teasing and flirting will drive him wild, and he will be thinking about you for a long time, definitely once the night is over, let me assure you. Smile at him. Most of us ladies, come on, let's admit it right now, we like to pretend that when a guy is looking at us, we pretend that we haven't noticed him, right? I know you do this. Even though we have positioned ourselves very close to him, we're very open, We are subtly showing off and putting our best foot forwards. Well, what we need to do instead is make it even easier for him to flirt with you. So gaze over at him, and when your eyes meet, you smile at him. This simple smile immediately tells him that you are maybe interested, you are approachable, you are confident and intriguing. And if you keep repeating the gazing and the smiling, he will, without a doubt, want to come over and talk to you more. Sometimes guys need that physical invitation so that they know they can come over without being rejected or labelled as a creep. Try to get him alone. The atmosphere is going to feel very different when you two are alone, when you are able to flirt without anyone close by. You may have to use your imagination for this one, as you need to find a way to get him alone. Maybe, let's say for example, you or him smoke cigarettes. So you ask if he will come outside with you, or maybe you walk outside with him and then one of you is smoking. Now it's not ideally romantic, but it's still that small point of contact where you have it together with no one else around. Or perhaps you work together, so you can ask him to help you out with something and you end up in a situation where you guys are maybe in the printer room alone together. Now, when you have this opportunity, this is when you introduce all of the above. So the intimate eye gazing, the nice smiling, the subtle touches and the flirting, and this will let him know for sure that you are super attracted. Show your confidence. Being confident has made its appearance in the video already, but it's so important that it does deserve a whole point on its own. Men love confident women, and showing any signs of insecurities will do the opposite of seducing him. So don't talk about the parts of yourself that you don't like or how toxic your boss is. Instead, always put that best foot forwards and only let him see the best version of you. To begin with, anyway. Be direct. Find as many ways to be as direct as you can. Men don't, and they're not very good at reading between the lines, and sometimes they really do struggle to decipher those hidden meanings. So tell him straight up what you want. It could be, hey, take me out to dinner, or maybe you approach him at the bar and you start the conversation. A woman that walks over to a guy and makes the first move is a high value, powerful one that a guy will find very irresistible. Be provocative. I mean, well, of course, right? You need to be kind, charming, but you have to show that degree of sex appeal too. You could flirt with him more. You know, the whole typical hair flips, looking over your shoulder at him like this, bringing up a steamy topic, or using suggestive body language such as crossing your legs and twirling a piece of hair around your finger like this. Do what you need to do to elicit that enchantress mode. Send him a selfie. This is probably the biggest and the easiest way to seduce a guy. Now, you don't have to dress up or act seductive at all in the photo, but it shows that you are thinking of him, and I promise you, he will not stop opening up that photo. Be a little hot and then a little bit cold. Now, you have to play this right to build attraction, and if you do it well, it will really work in your favor. Now, to do this, it's simple. You start by flirting, being a little bit of a tease, and then you pull away a little. You don't kind of enter this horrible monster mode, you just don't answer his calls as quick. You only say, hey, good morning, when you walk into the office, and you carry on walking. Now, you aren't being rude, you're not being cold, you're just pulling back the amount of attention and intensity that you usually give him. Now, he will notice this and he might think, hang on a minute, what's changed? What's going on right here? And that gets him thinking about you, so he starts to chase you instead. He gets curious and he will start to miss the attention that he once had, and then you will notice he puts in more work to gain your attention. Let us know if we missed something in today's video, or even share a time where you used this advice that we spoke about and you have successfully seduced a guy. I hope this helped. Like and subscribe. See you soon.